Let's talk some women's lacrosse ahead of this weekend's rematch between the number one and number two seeds in the East region. Marissa Doty joins us, the NE10 Midfielder of the Year from Pace, and Sasha Kulo joins us. We kind of thought this, but now we can say the best draw taker in Division Two, first team All-American. Congratulations, ladies, on the success that both of you have had this season.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Sasha, let's start with you as the senior. Tell me what it is like to play really meaningful lacrosse games this time of year.
I mean, it's something that we've been fortunate to be in this position again in playoffs and seeing the opponents that we're seeing. And it's been basically all 4 years that we've had this pressure on us, and we're so ready, and it's so meaningful that it's a new group every year, but the same pace across that we always play. And just seeing how well we've evolved is something so special. And being a senior, just looking back and really like having it click that this could be my last one just makes it 10 times better. And I just want every single day more to spend with these girls.
What does it take to win this time of year?
Everything. Who wants it more? Who's hungrier? Um, it comes down also to smarter, not harder. So we like to really take our time to practice the fundamentals and the little things. And sometimes it's not just big picture, but there's the nitty-gritty things that separates you from the rest.
Marissa, we had Rita Safransky on before the NE10 championship. She talked about how much she loves this rivalry. Pat McCabe talked about how great a rivalry it is after the championship as well. What do you guys love about this rivalry and about it seems like always seeing Adelphi at the most important times of the year?
I think that's what makes the game so special is that it is always us. And it always comes down to a pretty close game. I mean, the last couple championships in the Elite Eight, like it's come down to one goal. So I think that's what makes it so special is that we're very evenly matched and it's really anyone's game.
Tell me about the last time you guys played each other. Take me back a couple of weeks, what that game was like, and I guess what you learned from that and how to get a different result this time through.
I think what we learned is that like it really is the little things. Like it came down to one goal in the last couple minutes of the game. And so that could be like one person shooting the ball better one time, or one draw control, or one ground ball, and that's like a whole different game.
Um, what for you guys has this season evolution been like? You played an insane schedule. All but one of your non-conference opponents is in this NCAA tournament. You took some lumps early in the year, but then you did not lose a single game in April. Marissa, we can start with you. Like, what did you learn, especially as a sophomore, still early in your career, going up against that kind of slate?
I think the biggest thing I learned is to like rely on my teammates the most. I mean, we all went through it together. So kind of like picking each other up and moving forward from those losses was the biggest thing that honestly helped me. And I think in the beginning, we had to kind of learn to play together more and really learn that it is a team sport and you can't play without each other. And I think we focused on our culture the most that after those tough losses, and just rebuilding the culture, team bonding. I think our turning point was our spring break, and we were just spending every second together all week. And I think that's why we've been so successful since then.
Sasha, what'd you guys do over spring break?
It honestly, we were lucky with the weather, so we were able to be outside, and our school is very outside school. So we have like nice little lawn chairs that we made, a little fire that we would make, and sometimes we'd hang out with the boys because they would also have team dinners and stuff, and always having our team up to watch games, even if it's not our games. Like we're just such a tight-knit family. And finding like that family part within the culture was so important than just the on the field culture because we really stemmed from just leaning on each other and having each other's backs and trusting each other and knowing that we're all here for one goal, and it's the benefit of the team and what pace produces, not what you produce individually. So coming off of those challenging games and weeks, it was kind of a time that we could just sit down, breathe, you know, and really think about how we can move forward. And we excelled. And it was amazing. Like, even to look back at and think about that was only 2, 3 months ago, it felt like a whole nother team.
What makes this team, Sasha, dangerous in your eyes?
Our depth chart. We could put anyone on that field and we all trust each other. We all know that we get the job done. And it doesn't matter if you're a freshman or a senior, it's just trusting each other and how how crucial it is that if one person can't be there for their 100%, the other person's picking up. Like, it's a 90-10. So if you're having a 10% day, you have a teammate that's going to lift you up 90%. And it's so important, especially just being such a competitive team and such a competitive sport, that we don't compete with each other. We compete to be the best and to win. And those are things that make us stand out incredibly.
Marissa, tell me about that depth. Because when you look at your team offensively, there's a lot of poison, be it you or Maddie Schubert or Mackenzie Carita. A lot of goals can come from a lot of places. What makes the offense dangerous because it's got so many weapons?
I think that we can score from anywhere. So we can score from the top. A lot of our plays run from the top. We have plays that run from the crease, and we can get the job done really from anywhere on the field. And I think that was one of the things we really had to learn as well. A lot of our goals now are off assists. So we're like passing the ball, we're helping each other more, moving off ball, stuff like that. And I think a lot of people have such specific things that work so well with each other that that's ultimately what makes us more dangerous.
Marissa, for you, what's your very short career path been like? You're just a sophomore and you're the midfielder of the year in the conference. What was the biggest step that you made this year that helped you kind of find that foothold?
Well, I was injured in the beginning of the season. So I think I was very hard on myself beginning of the season, and I coming back from that injury, I kind of had to focus more on like not being so hard on myself and realizing that I'm not going to be where I wanted to be originally. And so just relying on my teammates, and they lifted me up. I have the most assists this year than I've ever had in my career, probably combined, which I think honestly for me, I like that better than scoring the goals because I give other people the opportunity. And I think coming back from that injury, I had to focus on the other things, like the cause turnovers and the ground balls, and not necessarily scoring the goals. And I think that's what helped me a lot is changing my mindset.
Sasha, tell me about you finding a spot on the field because in the men's game, there is a position for what you do. They call it a FOGO. There's not really a DCOGO in, I don't even know how you would pronounce that, in the women's game. There aren't people that just take draws and get off the field, but you have created such a specialty for yourself. How did that happen?
Thank you. Honestly, it's really funny you mentioned that because out of my 4 years here, I've played every position besides goalie. So, like, I came in to Pace as a midfielder and or as an attacker, and I played midfield my entire life. And I was pretty good at the draw, I'd say, in high school, and it wasn't any focus point. And I didn't come from a big school, so we were just there to have fun, and nothing was like too serious. And it was sophomore year versus Tampa. Um, we had gone through a long list of people to take the draw, and we were having some challenge getting the draw. And Trish looked at me on the bench and was like, Sasha, go in and take the draw. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't know what to do. And um, especially against a team against Tampa, I was like, this can't be real. And I had one goal, and it was to get the ball to Ange. And that somehow worked and did a little bit more every game. And eventually playoffs came around and I just had that spot. I grew into that spot and became involved with the draw unit and from there it's just been get the ball to Ange, got the ball to Ange, then learned how to self-draw. And then I was like, whoa, this is kind of cool. And then just practice, practice, practice. I have great circle players. Marissa's one of them. I've always trusted the three of us to get it done any season that it was. And having not necessarily a pressure of getting the ball, but if I don't get the ball, then I have so many other people that I can rely on. And, just the support has helped so much and made me so comfortable. And yeah, just want to get better every day.
So this was an accident.
Almost. It just
It's
worked.
it's funny that you say at the beginning too, is like the first strategy was get the ball to Ange. Um, Talk to me about the evolution of the program, right? And it was obviously there were tons of different pieces when you guys won the national championship in 2023, but a huge part of that is somebody that wins National Player of the Year twice, and then she graduates, and you guys have to kind of reiterate what you were last year, then you have to iterate again this year. What's it been like? And Marissa, I guess this is a little bit to you because you were recruited through that um, to evolve a program and continuously um, change who the identity is, but continue what the culture is and how to keep pace as one of the elite programs in D2.
I would say freshman year was just you couldn't script it. You couldn't even write it. Like I had no idea what train I was about to board. Like it was awesome. I've never played with girls that were so good around me. Like every single girl, I was astonished. And they weren't just great players, they were great friends, they were great teammates. They were able to embody pace lacrosse into us just themselves. And we didn't have to step on the field. We were told exactly this is the culture. Like this, you just like felt so welcomed and so ready to get to business, so ready to get to work. Like you just wanted it. And it is an energy that I think carries on over the years, but every team and every year has been different and all in great ways, all in different ways. And um, I'm so grateful for every teammate and every player and every team that we've been a part of. And I think the evolution of it is kind of just like setting a standard. And we talk about like standards a lot that we never touch our ceiling. So like we are always striving for better, for greatness, for just better. Like it's never enough, but in a great way. We want more. We always want more. And I think even though we have different talent in different positions, every year it's still the same main goal. And, just trying to now be a senior and try and lead that and try and make sure that this is something that stays for 10 years from now, not just next year. And I think it's been amazing how it's been passed down and we still talk to those girls. They come to our games. They're our biggest supporters, our alumni. And even if I we still talk. Like if I were to text one of them, I needed help, they're right there. And you just always feel, I bring that word back so often, but family. And it really is family. Like I have 30 sisters, or 90 if you're going to include 3 years.
Marissa, what drew you to be a part of that and continue that?
So I actually committed the year that they won the Natty. And I obviously watched the games and just seeing like the big celebrations after each goal and after the caused turnovers, I think is what has stuck with me the most. Like everyone is so happy for each other and it's like not something you can fake. Like it's so real and everyone truly cares about everyone else so much. And just like coming into that, they still talk about like those girls that were on the team and like some of them are my biggest role models and I've never even played with them. Like just hearing everything about them, like they were seemed to be great people. They were great lacrosse players. Like they just had it all. And I think trying to come in and like live up to that and become like them is probably my biggest motivation. Um, so yeah.
I want to ask you about the celebrations that you guys have after goals. Um, who comes up with them? Are they like scripted? Do you do like certain ones per goal? Like the bench press one, is that always on the eighth goal? Or like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
it's a complete
Yeah.
guess. Walk me through how that all works.
So I think Jordan Mariano came up with the list for them. Each goal number has a certain um, celebration. So I'm not really positive what all of them are, but I know that we have like the bench press, the kick line, which is actually one of my favorites. I love the kick line. But yeah, they do it for us. They know that it like motivates us and gets us really going as well. So I think the sideline's actually a huge part of all of our wins because they're the people that encourage us the most. And those celebrations like really get us going and excited to play more.
Sasha, do you have a favorite?
So I my favorite would definitely be the kick line. I love the kick line. Or the roller coaster. The roller coaster is so fun. Like that one. That's so good.
Who's the one you throw in the air?
We used to throw Alyssa and now we throw Jordan.
Okay. Is there a
But
like how do you get selected to be the throwee?
It
um
might be volunteer.
volunteer, yeah. I mean, it started all the way back from the national championship. Like I being such a role on that bench, like I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. It was so much fun and it was so fun celebrating. Like we were beating teams by 20 goals and we had to come up with a new dance every goal. So like when we went the whole year and I would say it started, oh, I don't remember when it started, but I always say that we had the number one team in the country and the number one sideline because our fans are amazing. They're so loud. They're always there for us. Our sideline is immaculate. Their energy, we thrive off of it. And when it's quiet, it startles us. And we like the loud, we like the noise, and we like having fun. We are such a fun team where we're always cracking jokes. We can never have a solid, serious moment because we just want to laugh and we want to enjoy. And I think that's what makes us make it feel so effortless and not have to, you know, have so much pressure on us because we just feel so loose. And hands up to that sideline. They come up with something new every game, and I love it.
Let's talk generally about the sport for both of you guys. Why do you love it? Who are your like role models? Who did you grow up looking at and trying to model your game after? Marissa, we can start with you.
Well, my mom played lacrosse all the way up until college. And I think my favorite part about lacrosse is how much of a team sport it is. I ran track in high school, all the way until my senior year. And I chose to play lacrosse in college because of the team aspect. And you really can't, like, our team is so close. And I think with a lot of other sports, you don't really get that. We really truly like rely on each other in everything, like outside of lacrosse, inside of lacrosse. In practice, we push each other 100% every single day. And I think that's the biggest thing that I really enjoy the most.
Sasha?
I I don't remember there was a time that I didn't love lacrosse. I just I started in fifth grade. I picked up a stick 'cause that was like kind of what everyone started doing at the time. So I went with like my friends and we would go to like this little rec league and I just loved it. I loved it. I loved going outside, rainy days, snow days, anything. Like I was counting down the days until March when season would start when we were younger. And I I love the team aspect. I've always loved groups and teams and I never had any sisters growing up. So being blessed with so many of these girls I could call family is amazing and I don't think I'll ever stop talking about lacrosse in my whole life. Like I don't know what I would do with myself if I didn't have this sport.
Marissa, non-lacrosse question. I'm dating myself here, but I went to Syracuse and I've been to CNS High School many a time because when I was in college, Breanna Stewart was in high school, so it was fun to go watch her play. Have you ever met Stewie?
I have, yeah. She would always come back to CNS. She was a diehard CNS like alumni. Always came back for games, events. I think sh a couple times when I maybe was in like middle school. She would actually come during school and do like signings and just like talk to us about her experience and everything like that. It was really cool.
It's like, is that weird to you that like the best basketball player in the country is just like in your high school?
Yeah, yeah.
Sasha, this is the end of the road. Um,
So
what is your time at Pace meant to you, and what comes next?
I am so thankful and I am starting to get a little emotional. And I kind of push everything till the end that I just want to enjoy. And I'm sad, but I'm grateful and I'm thankful. And it's been unreal. And there isn't a word that I could describe my experience and my journey as. Like the lessons that I've learned have been more off the field and more things that I'll carry in my future career for the rest of my life and shape me into like the best version of myself that I could be, that I would never thought I would have been. And I thank Pace for that. And um, even without the sport, it's just the environment is so great and it really challenges you and you realize how strong of a person you are and you've become even if you don't know it in the moment. And I think that's the biggest looking back at of wow, like this was all going on, but now I see it all on the flip side and I'm like, that is awesome. I don't know how to put it into words. It's just something that I wish everyone could experience. Truly.
Well, it's been awesome to see you guys compete, Sasha, over the last few years. Marissa, to see you develop this year. I'll give you the last word. You guys will be successful this weekend and going forward if blank. Fill in that sentence for me.
I'd say if we stick to the game plan. I think we're very prepared for our game, and I think if we stick to the game plan, then we will come out on top.
Ladies, congratulations. Best of luck on Long Island. And hopefully for you guys, we get to see you keep playing throughout into Rochester.
Thank
Thank
you so
you for having
much.
us.